Well, hello and welcome everyone to the beautiful south of France, Le Castellet, Circuit Paul Ricard, in one of the few circuits where you can really choose your own adventure. I think there's about 162 different layouts around here. I am Kid and Petter, here to guide you through the evening with my trusty companion, Bodhad.
G'day, how are we all? I hope we are well. Looking forward to a good race here at this paddock of a track. Usually provides pretty good racing on the game, not in real life,
A few storylines. I think we were talking about it right before we started the race here, where it seems like we have had about 5 straight races with rain. And it is overcast here, but no rain predicted today. I'm not sure if that is going to bode well for our man Fenrique, the Brazilian frog, who seems to really accelerate the pace in those types of environments. But it is, I guess it is going to be a straightforward affair here, where not really sure what to expect. I would imagine Double A, I think, would probably be the favorite in a dry race. I'm not sure what you think, Bod.
yeah, probably will. He's been on the pace every week, so he's a safe bet to get a good result. Obviously, leading the standings so far. So be keeping an eye on him for show off some good pace. Also keep an eye on Nicholas, who took his first pole and first win last week after plenty of second places before that, so a couple of quick guys to keep an eye on, and we should see a couple of other guys possibly get up there, possibly some of the weaker wet drivers. If they don't have to worry about rain this round, then we could see a couple of other good results. So we'll have to wait and see what people can pull out of the bag. We've also got, I think, 5 reserve drivers in tonight, so we'll have to see how they go relative to the full timers.
Yeah, going through, we got Cavi. Wizard is back once again. Matty Rabo, who is usually spamming the Twitch comments, is in a car today in the racing point. But yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone so far, including the preseason round, everyone showed pace. It's just kind of, situationally, some have not exactly done put the whole thing together yet, as Fatal retires from the session. Not sure if that was an incident. Don't see a yellow. I think he might have just lagged out. So hopefully he can get back going ASAP. But yeah, let's see. It's now Cavi here in reserving for Williams. He is on top right now with a 128.4, almost a full second ahead of Juventus with a 129.283. Porridge in third with a 129.692. Fenrique in fourth. Amram Wizard also here on the mediums. The strategy around here, I think what makes France a much better race online, at least in the game, compared to what we've seen the past couple of years in real life F1, is you can really use a multitude of different strategies, where I think a lot of these guys, I would say preferred is probably medium to hard now, and you're going to see a lot of these guys trying to get track position on softs, which run off after 5, 6, 7 laps. So going to be an interesting race for us to keep on top of, but nonetheless should be pretty exciting.
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of options for these drivers, particularly if they don't have to worry about rain. You could see some of them try and stretch it soft to hard, which would be difficult. We might see a couple of 2-stoppers as well, just try and float the race. But I think that medium to hard would be the best strategy. So if anyone's in the top 10 on those mediums, they'll be really happy, I think. Puts them in a good position.
Yeah, we have a shifting forecast here. I think now we are looking for rain at the end of qualifying. Jeff, the meteorologist, has confirmed that they are expecting rain here in about 5 minutes. So let's see who goes all in here to see what kind of laps they can do. But I think for the most part, they're going to be trying to go on the softs. Kind of seems.
Looks like people are wanting to get that track position.
Yeah, track position is pretty
good. People like Wizard or Amran, whether they're going to do another lap on softs. They might head out and abort their lap at the end of the session. People don't improve around them, but I'd like to see what they choose to do. Top 5 already decided to qualify on the softs. Something to mention as well, P11 down, none of them have set laps yet. 5 minutes into the session, sorry, 7 minutes into the session. So obviously being such a flat track with big wide curbs, it's very easy to run wide, very easy to cut corners, very tempting. So a couple of guys struggling with track limits early on by the looks of things.
Yeah, the track limits are a bit of a problem around here. Must be said, is trying to find the best person to go on board with, as we do have a few. I think it's going to be Perry hitting the main straight at the moment. But yeah, I mean, track limits, I mean, it has been a topic of conversation, I think, through the first few races here, where they are stricter than last year.
I think I just saw a splash of rain on board.
And yeah, Swarner was my meteorologist. He says now there is light rain expected.
Yeah. We might not see, like, these guys who haven't set laps, they might be in trouble, particularly the guys who are still in the pits.
Yeah.
The track's only going to get worse from here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fortunate for those top guys that they've got
I do think
already, and these bottom guys. Yeah.
Just following along with Perry, I can't tell if it's just the fumes from the exhaust or if there's a little bit of spray starting to kick up. It does look wet on the inside.
And there's definitely rain coming into those front tires and the visor now, so.
This might be a might be a pretty good omen for KV here. Bean up in P2. Haven't really spoken a whole lot of Bean so far this year. Do want to give him some props. He was great last season. Struggled to find his footing, I think, in the first 3 rounds, but definitely a talented driver. Hopefully he can do well.
Regular podium attendee last season, so hasn't had the best of starts to this season, but I'm sure he will bounce back and find some form. Looks like he's doing pretty well around here, so P2 is a good place to be starting the race if he does end up there still.
This Perry is coming across. Let's see what this time is. Still good enough, so I think you probably have a few more minutes where you can compete for track position, even with it being a little greasy out here. Perry is P3 with a 128.7. Up top, I think KV's on another flyer, I believe.
Yeah, he's on a lap.
We'll see how he goes.
Track still looks okay, but I mean, he'll be hoping that the rain just holds as it is a little bit longer so we can finish this lap. Because that third sector, you don't want to be sliding around. That's really where your lap time is going to come compared to your other people on the grid. So really important that KD nails this lap, because it's probably going to be his last chance. I think Nicholas just jumped to P4 mediums.
And KV did just get a invalidated track time, as Nicholas here is letting everybody through. Yeah, good stuff from Nicholas. He, I believe he's pretty confident in his dry setup here in France. So I think we might see him win once again.
Double A goes quickest with a 28.396.
Oh boy,
so
double
got a bit of pace in it, which is good.
Yeah. Still doing pretty solid. It is coming down noticeably harder though, as Williams are 1 and 2 on the board right here. Haven't seen this since about 1993. I'm trying to see. I think Nicholas is gonna attempt to set another lap with the medium tires, which is probably the preferred strategy, given or excluding safety cars and things like that. I think medium to hard probably is the quickest way around here in a 50% race.
Yep, agreed. currently it's only Nicholas and Arba who've done their best times in mediums in the top 10. Those other three are Wizard, Amran and Wingit. We're kind of sitting 5, 6, 7 before, but they've been bumped down by a couple of other guys doing times. I'm not sure if it's really worth them coming out to track now.
Nicholas is ducking on the bits.
Down there.
Yeah.
Speaking of being stuck, the two Ferrari guys are under a bit of pressure. Fatal obviously not setting a lap, and then Lopez also hasn't set a valid lap. He's coming out now on mediums, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do, but it seems like every time that we go to the back straight, it's just coming down a little bit harder, a little bit harder. I think that the last few laps or few minutes of this, the final few minutes, I think you're not going to be able to set a competitive time. So
I'm just watching the throttle inputs of Lopez. It's definitely not as early as you'd be putting it down in the dry.
No.
So yeah, it looks like that track is getting slippery. Starting to see a couple of puddles perhaps. The rain just getting stronger and stronger.
Yep, and I'm gonna follow him around. He's on his out lap at the moment, but I'm not sure if he's gonna just call it a day or he's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it. So props to him, but I think that we may have reached the point of no return on good lap times on dry tires here. So as it stands, yeah, double A in the catbird seat like he has been pretty much every round so far. With the 128.3.
His reserve teammate can kind of play a bit of a rear gunner there, so that's a really good result for KV.
Yeah, KV I guess might have taken double A's setup there, because he's up there as well, only about 200ths off. Perry in P4, Bean has retired. Nicholas in P5. Juventus, KD, Porridge, and R-Bar, along with Fenrique, finish the top 10 at the moment. So right along with Lopez, I mean, it does seem quite iffy. I do not think that he can really put in a great lap here with the amount of water on the circuit. And he runs.
Yeah, it does quite look like a wind push.
Yeah.
A bit beyond like just what normal medium laps would be. Like you expect them to be a bit more slippery compared to your softs, but I mean it looks slightly regardless of what tyre he's on. It's going to finish the lap. It's going to be a reasonable lap, I think. It's been pretty tidy, but you can see the car starting to slide a little bit, particularly here in the final sector. There's a couple more guys are starting to retire. I think that Renault's put in the wall actually. Mad Rebel in the pit, so lots of these guys are deciding that that's it. Lopez will come across the line. It's a slow lap.
Yeah, it's 18. Yeah, not going to be able to get anything out of this track anymore for the next few minutes. Is yeah, most of them have retired. Amram, who finished second last night in AM2, he's in 12th, filling in I think the second time this season. Birdie down there in 16th. Not sure if that's where he wants to be, but yeah, tough day for the Ferraris down there in 18 and 19. I think they're probably both going to try to do some sort of strategic magic from deep down in the field. Perry up in P4, solid performance from him. Porridge Power also filling in. He's in P8, so that's pretty good too.
So no one's out on the track right now.
Yeah.
Just wait for these last 4 drivers to probably retire.
Yeah. So everyone, let us know your predictions as you watch this beautiful Circuit Paul Ricard paddock that we are stuck watching for the next minute or two. I am pretty interested to see how this plays out. I think Nicholas in good form. Juventus up there in P6. Bean in P3, which is by far his best qualifying performance through 4 rounds here this season. And then double A and P1. Can anyone stop double A? Could it be his own teammate who's filling in?
Yeah, we've got a couple of regular quick drivers down the field a little bit as well. We've got Arba and Fenrique, regular top 5 getters. down in P9 and 10 at the moment, and obviously Lopez, we'd call him a front runner, even though he usually qualifies a bit further back than where he finishes. You mentioned Swan as well, he's had a couple of good races, down in 15th at the moment. So, a bit of a jumbled up field.
Yeah, a little bit. Fenrique there in 10th as well. Should be quite interesting to chart his progress as we go along. It looks like Wizard and Fredo are the only two that have not retired from the session yet, with 1:15 left. Damra says no line in France. Oof. Not entirely sure what he's mentioning, but I would like to hear everyone's predictions, because I'm not really sure. I mean, if you're a betting man, which I am, I would probably go for AA, but I think the odds are probably too great. I think let's give it to Bean. Let's say Bean's gonna win. I'm rooting for Bean tonight.
Okay. And he's put himself in a good spot, so let's hope he can capitalise on that. I reckon my podium will be AA, Terry, and Arbor. I think Arbor, the alternate strat, the medium to hard, not alternate, the best strat. I think he's going to gain a couple of positions.
I want to see if anybody from outside the top 10 are going to do the hard to medium.
I mean, as well, the hard's not the worst race tire actually, so it's not like, yeah, it's not that rubbish compared to where it is at some other tracks. So.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Finally, onto the main screen, I can formally tell you how it's going to line up. AA KV. Is it KV? KV?
I think it's KV.
KV. Bean Sandwich, Perry, Nicholas, Juvenis, KD, Porge, Power, Arbar, Fenrique, Wizard, Amram, Wingit, Matty Rabo, Swarner, Burzy J, Forza, Fredo, Lopez, and Fatal are rounding up the grid. Fatal is the only one that did not set a time. Still not entirely sure what happened to him. Hopefully, not sure if he crashed or not. But
yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing yellows on the track. I don't think he had a quali ban, so big mystery.
Yeah, got a couple of predictions here where Damon's Gaming says Perry, a little bit outside of the box, but he definitely does find himself in a pretty solid position, I think, for at least a podium here. Joel Granger, says King KV for the win, or Nicholas. And I feel like I think Nicholas might be the one to watch here in these first few laps, coming off of his first victory last week. Turn 1 carnage from Domrez. Yes, that is kind of to be expected anywhere we go. Hopefully there is none. We'll just see some hard, clean racing.
Some of the worst turn 1 and 2s on the calendar, just with it being over the crest and almost totally blind. You cannot see the turn 1 apex at all, especially if you're driving in the cockpit view.
Yep. And
then turn 2's downhill sweeping, which is also somewhat blind until you get past turn 1, so it could be chaos definitely. It's a turn 1, these guys try to pick their braking zones, try and get through. So in the real life races at Key Carnage as well, so
I think one of the best things about yesterday, just to add on to that, whenever we were racing, was the sunlight that bears down into turn 1 and 2's apex was not there because of the overcast conditions, and that makes life a whole heck of a lot easier whenever you're trying to complete a good lap around here. But it does look pretty sunny right now, as Matty Rabo has left the session, probably not on purpose. COS Wizard has left the session. Is there something going on in the Discord, perhaps, that I have not caught on?
Both British guys who are, like European guys who are filling in, so not too sure.
Okay, well, yeah, hopefully they join back.
Let's hope they get back in. Their cars should be on the grid, having been, with the strategies and stuff, so let's hope they can get back in. This is Matty Rubber from 11th and 14th. There we go, starting to come back now.
Alright, cool. Well, that's good news. Williams 1-2 in qualifying, as we have been painstakingly, or at least I have been painstakingly saying to try to draw out the broadcast whenever there's really nothing to show in the last 5 minutes. But Double A KV being Perry, Nicholas, Juventus, KD, Porridge, Arbar, and Fenrique are the top 10 for you tonight.
Yep.
I'll check tires. Yeah.
Yep. On the same ball. P11 to 14 are all on those mediums. Likewise with Thursday and Forster in 16 and 17. Warner and Tatel and Lopez will all start on the hard tyre. So we'll have to watch their progress. If they can hang on to the back of the guys in front of them in softer tyres, then they should be in a good position to make a charge towards the end of the race on softer tyres. So we'll have to watch their progress through the field.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that is going to be interesting. See how that reverse strategy works. I believe it might have been this very track last season where Lopez pretty much went like 19th to 3rd in similar conditions, hard to medium, 1 stop, other people doing 2 stops. I think he might be in a pretty good position here, even though he's all the way back there at 18th, and I'm not going to ride out Fatal either. But we are lining up for the grid. And I am
Let's hope we get a good camera shot.
Yeah, that is usually the thing here from Codemasters. Need to get good camera shots, guys. But I think looking all the way back, everyone is set. Green flags are waving from the stewards in the background. I'm going to focus on, I think, KV here in P2 as we are waiting.
Still waiting.
Waiting.
It might be May Rubber or Coswizard maybe not being able to get back in the car. Let's hope that sorts itself out soon.
Maybe. I don't think I've seen this particular glitch before.
Yes, we were hoping for 5 red lights, Dom, but looks like we're not quite going to get them yet. We got a predicted pit stop strategy coming up. I'm not sure if you've got that too.
I'm just now checking. Juventus says, just be calm. See what happens. I feel like we've had problems at the start of all of our races so far through the first 4 rounds, but yeah, I feel like it's just gonna pop up where there's 5 red lights to go out, and then like all the cars are gonna be like on the back straight.
Yeah, possibly. Let's hope it's just a spectator glitch. It looks unlikely.
Yeah. More time to fill. For us, fantastic.
Yep.
I mean, this is just kind of ridiculous. This is like
he might have been the problem. So let's
yeah,
see if we get
I think that's what someone said.
Yeah, in the chat.
Are we going yet? Or...
Yeah, not much to really chat about here. No action to speak of.
I guess I can give the credit that Takuma Sato deserves, his second Indy 500 victory, and also won me $400 on Sunday, so that was nice. Congratulations to Takuma. Congratulations to myself.
So just spare pocket money.
Yeah, spend it all on things that I don't want younger viewers to spend money on. I really don't know how to handle this. I think they're gonna have to restart the entire lobby here, unfortunately. Yeah, there's just... I feel bad for the flagman in the background.
Oh, he's got a tight arm, surely,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. They're going to need Tommy John surgery after this. So they're just doing it in
I wonder how many
circles.
shoulders he blows during the,
Yeah,
during the
absolutely.
race season.
Torn labrum for the stewards. Out for the season. See how... Yeah, it looks like restart is probably the way to go here. As seems like more guys are saying. And at that time, I have gotten a complete error has occurred in the following application.